Meowster&Pixel. Auntie comes to visit. Hi, it's me again, Meowster. You know, sometimes someone visits our house who makes more chaos than Pixel. And trust me, that really says a lot. That day, everyone was running around like ants. Mom was zooming through the house with a mop and cloth. Dad washed the car so thoroughly he probably scrubbed half the paint off. And Alex and Tony, well, they were cleaning their rooms. Alex was fixing her already perfectly arranged books, and Tony shoved everything under the bed so no one could see it. Classic Tony. I couldn't even take my after-breakfast nap in peace. Pixel and I wondered, what's the big fuss about? Then she arrived. The aunt. With a stare that could freeze every sea and ocean, without blinking, she walked in, and her handbag smelled like lavender, vinegar, and disappointment. Nothing more to add. That's her in a nutshell. Looks like you could use a renovation, she said to my parents. Compliments are definitely her specialty. Oh yes. Then she went to greet the kids, pinched their cheeks, and handed them candies with raisins. Yuck. And then she looked at us like we were aliens invading her planet and announced, "How can you keep such furballs in your house?" Pixel was immediately exiled to the garden, locked out like in some kind of pet prison. And the aunt? She chased me off every single one of my spots, the couch, the chair. I eventually settled on top of the wardrobe where she couldn't reach me, and there I thought, I'm not letting this slide. I came up with a plan, but I had to wait until evening to put it into action. The day dragged on. We escaped with the kids to the garden so Pixel wouldn't sit there alone. Alex and Tony played ball with him, and I finally got to stretch out and nap. Well, sort of. I was actually perfecting the details of my master plan. Mom called the kids in for dinner, and Pixel, okay, fine, the problem, and I were left alone. Finally, I could let him in on the secret. Listen, problem, I've got a plan. Tonight we're launching Operation Potty Surprise. We'll see if Auntie likes unexpected gifts. Pixel looked at me like I was his best buddy. Meowster, what if we get caught? Don't worry, we've got this. We crept quietly, oh so quietly, into the hallway and approached Auntie's shoes. Problem stood guard to make sure no one was coming while I got to work. Suddenly the door opened. Dad! Uh-oh, we froze, but Dad didn't react at all. He just backed out slowly like nothing was happening. Unless, no way. Okay, maybe. Anyway, lucky break for us. And so, we left our little moist surprise, which Auntie discovered in the morning. She didn't say a word then, but the next day she called Mom. You know, someone peed in my shoes. Must have been one of your furry monsters. Pixel and I looked at each other and yelled together, "Surprise!" So yeah, Pixel is still a problem, but he's my problem, and when things get serious, it's good to have him on my team. Just saying. But seriously, don't tell him I said that.